A question of food. Why food evolution and human evolution are at odds with each other. Why is obesity such an overwhelming problem in our society? Why are cancers, diabetes, allergies, and other illnesses rising? Why is such a high percentage of the North American population hypoglycemic? Once the answer is simple, our food does not meet our needs. Much of what we eat is more harmful than beneficial. So why aren't we eating well? Over the last 200 years, food has changed dramatically. Humans have changed too, but they haven't changed together. In the last 50 years, human lives have changed dramatically. The human genome has been mapped. The atom has been split. AI is snowballing. Our use of technology has exploded, and our understanding of the world has grown exponentially. We have gained a new capacity for multitasking to deal with stress and crisis. We're using more of our brains for resolving and calculating than ever before. Our life expectancy has almost doubled. We have changed nearly everything about the way we live and work. The quality of food we eat has changed too, but not in an effective way. The evolution of food is not keeping up with the development of the people who eat it. 5,000 years ago, humans first cultivated seeds. 2,000 years ago, the Egyptians invented fermented bread. People made their bread from whole grain, locally milled wheat for thousands of years. Then, 200 years ago, the Industrial Revolution happened, and milling stopped being a small batch, local pursuit, and became a manufacturing process. Factory mills were faster and could produce more flour. Since then, bread, and food in general, has taken a massive leap towards mass production. Because foods started being made in such vast quantities, they could not be consumed as soon as they were made. They required storage and needed to have a longer shelf life. So in came the additives and preservatives, and out went nutrition and freshness. Food isn't about nutrition anymore. Now, it's big business. Since the Industrial Revolution, everything has become about making more stuff faster. In the food industry, quantity trumps quality. Seeds are genetically modified to grow faster and produce hardier crops that can be stored and shipped without damage. Nitrogen is used as a fertilizer, resulting in huge yields. Herbicides, pesticides, and chemical fertilizers add to the toxic, carcinogenic cocktail. Vast tracts of land are used for single crops, depleting the soil of key nutrients and minerals. For example, silica, a nutrient that keeps skin resilient, no longer exists in the land. Now, taking a pill is our only option. Food isn't about nutrition anymore. Now, it's big business. Let's take bread as an example. Once milling was industrialized, a bleaching agent was introduced to create white flour. It was considered cleaner and more upscale than its rougher-looking, yet infinitely healthier, unbleached counterpart. Bleaching flour involves removing the bran and germ, which contain almost all the nutrients, leaving behind only starch. Today, we have realized that bleached white flour isn't good for us. So instead of encouraging traditional milling, the government has mandated that white flour be enriched. That means all the bran and germ are stripped out of the wheat, and then pharmaceutically made nutrients, which are, as you may imagine, harder for bodies to absorb since they're artificial, are added back in. Why don't they leave the nutrients in the first place and find a better way to distribute the whole grain flour? Action plan to reduce consumption of chemically induced foods and support clean farming and healthy products. Educate yourself and others. Research. Learn about the impact of chemically induced foods on health and the environment. Understand the benefits of organic and clean farming practices. Spread awareness. Share knowledge with family, friends, and the community through social media, workshops, or community events. Transition to whole organic foods. Start small. Gradually replace processed, chemically treated foods with whole organic options. Local sourcing. Prioritize purchasing from local farmers markets, co-ops, and organic stores. Read labels. Carefully check ingredient lists for preservatives, artificial colors, flavors, and other chemical additives. Support small-scale farmers and producers. Direct purchases. Buy directly from small, sustainable farms that practice clean farming. Join a CSA. Participate in community-supported agriculture, CSA, programs to get fresh, seasonal produce. Advocate for local, Encourage local stores to stock products from small-scale organic producers. Grow your own food. Start a garden. Grow your own vegetables, herbs, and fruits to ensure they are chemical-free. Urban farming. Participate in or start a community garden, even in urban areas, to support local food production. Reduce waste. Plan meals. Reduce food waste by planning meals and using leftovers creatively. Compost. Use composting to recycle organic waste and enrich soil, supporting sustainable gardening. Advocate for policy change. Support legislation. Back policies that promote organic farming, restrict the use of harmful chemicals in agriculture, and provide support for small-scale farmers. Join movements. Get involved with organizations that fight against the industrial food complex and advocate for sustainable practices. Promote clean food businesses. Choose ethical brands. Support businesses that prioritize clean ingredients and sustainable practices. Share positive reviews. Spread the word about small businesses focusing on clean food and sustainable farming. Reduce processed food intake. Home cooking. Prepare more meals at home using fresh, organic ingredients. Avoid processed foods. Avoid prepackaged and highly processed foods, opting for more straightforward, whole food alternatives. Educate the next generation. Teach children. Educate children about the importance of clean eating and sustainable farming. School programs. Support or initiate programs incorporating organic gardening and nutrition education. By following this action plan, you can significantly reduce your consumption of chemically induced foods and support the shift toward clean farming and smaller food processors, contributing to a healthier future for all. Shasha Navazesh 2024